Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2023 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 questions daily in a video. I have already uploaded 40 test series last year. So, let's start our session. Our first question is,
which one of the following was given classical language status? Options are Odia, Konkani, Bhojpuri, Assamese. The answer to this question is option A, Odia. Currently, there are 6 languages in India, namely Tamil, Telugu, Sanskrit, Kannada, Malayalam and Odia have been given the status of classical languages of India. Any language with independent literature and a large and ancient body of written script may be considered as one of the classical languages of India. These are listed in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. The Ministry of Culture provides guidelines for this classification. For a language to be given the classical languages of India status, it should be ancient. There must be proof of its earlier script or recorded history over a period of 1500 to 2000 years. The literature should be original and not be borrowed from some other language or speech community, etc. So the answer to this question is option A. Question number 2. Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action is. Options are a strategy to tackle regional terrorism, a plan of action for sustainable economic growth, an agenda for women's empowerment, a strategy to combat wildlife trafficking. The answer to this question is option C, an agenda for women's empowerment, an outcome of a world conference convened by the United Nations. Beijing Declaration is an agenda for women's empowerment and considered the key global policy document on gender equality. It sets strategic objectives and actions for the advancement of women and the achievements of gender equality in 12 critical areas of concerns like women and health, women in power and decision making, girl child, women and environment. So her answer to this question is option C. Number 3. With reference to Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited, that is IREDA, which of the following statement is or are correct? It's a public limited government company, that is correct. It's a non-banking financial company, that is correct. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option C. Both the statements are correct. Recently, the Union Cabinet approved infusion of 1,500 crore rupees in Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited. This will enable it to lend 12,000 crore rupees to the renewable energy sector. IREDA is a mini Ratna Category 1 Government of India enterprises under the administrative control of Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. It's a public limited government company established as a non-banking financial institution in 1987, engaged in promoting, developing and extending financial assistance for setting up projects relating to new and renewable sources of energy and energy conservation with the motto Energy Forever. So her answer to this question is option C. Question number 4. With reference to fuel cells in which hydrogen-rich fuel and oxygen are used to generate electricity, consider the following statements. Statements are, if pure hydrogen is used as a fuel, the fuel cell emit heat and water as byproducts. That is correct. Fuel cells can be used for powering buildings and not for small devices like laptop computers. That is incorrect. Fuel cells produce electricity in the form of alternating current. That is incorrect. It produces DC. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Here answer to this question is option A. Statement 1 only is correct. A fuel cell uses the chemical energy of hydrogen or other fuel for clean and efficient production of electricity. If hydrogen is the fuel, the only products are electricity, water and heat. That is, the byproducts are heat and water. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Fuel cells are unique in terms of variety of their potential applications. They can use a wide range of fuels and feedstocks and can provide power for systems as large as utility power station and as small as laptop computers. Hence, statement 2 is incorrect. Fuel cells produce direct current. Hence, statement 3 is incorrect. So, our answer to this question is option A. Question number 5. With reference to Forest Carbon Partnership Facility, which of the following statement is or are correct? Statements are, it's a global partnership of governments, businesses, civil society and indigenous people. That is correct. It provides financial aid to universities, individual scientists and institutions. That is incorrect. It assists the countries in their reducing emission from deforestation and forest degradation plus efforts by providing them with financial and technical assistance. That is correct. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option C. Statement 1 and 3 are correct and statement 2 is incorrect. Forest Carbon Partnership Facility is a global partnership of governments, businesses, civil society and indigenous purpose organizations focused on reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation, forest carbon stock conservation, the sustainable management of forest, and the enhancement of forest carbon stocks in developing countries. That is, the activities commonly referred to as REDD+. The FCPF works with 47 developing countries across Africa, Asia and Latin America and the Caribbean, along with 17 donors that have made contributions and commitments. SCPS supports REDD plus efforts through its readiness and carbon funds. Hence, statement 1 and 3 is correct, but here FCPS grants funds to developing countries, not to universities and individual scientists. Hence, statement 2 is incorrect. So, your answer to this question is option C. Question number 6. In India, in which one of the following types of forest is teak a dominant tree species? Options are tropical moist deciduous forest, tropical rainforest, tropical thorn scrub forest, temperate forest with grasslands. The answer to this question is option A, tropical moist deciduous forest. Tropical moist deciduous forests are found in the northeastern states along with the foothills of Himalayas, eastern slopes of the Western Ghats and Odisha. These forest regions record rainfall between 100 to 200 cm. Tall trees with broad, branched trunks are the main parts of this forest. Some of the taller trees shed their leaves in the dry season. Teak is the most dominant species of this forest. Sal, Shesam, Hura, Mahua, Amla, Semul, Kusum and Sandalwood etc. are the main species of this forest. So, the answer to this question is option A. Question number 7. Each day is more or less the same. The morning is clear and bright with a sea breeze. As the sun climbs high in the sky, heat mounts up. Dark clouds form, then rain comes with thunder and lightning. But rain is soon over. Which of the following regions is described in the above passage? Options are savanna, equatorial, monsoon, Mediterranean. The answer to this question is option B, equatorial. Equatorial climate is characterized by consistently high temperatures with plentiful precipitation, heavy cloud cover and high humidity with a very little annual temperature variation. Equatorial climatic conditions are hot and humid and receives heavy rainfall, which occurs throughout the year. This kind of climate has enabled the growth of thick and dense forests called equatorial forest. These rainforests are located in the equatorial climatic region. They are hot and wet all year round. This creates a humid climate. So, our answer to this question is option B. Question number 8. Consider the following statement. The Legislative Council of a state in India can be larger in size than half of the Legislative Assembly of that particular state. That is incorrect. The governor of a state nominates the chairman of Legislative Council of that particular state. That is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The answer to this question is option D. Neither one nor two of the statements are correct. Article 171 clause 1 indicates that the maximum strength of the council shall not exceed 1/3 of the total number of members in the Legislative Assembly of that state, and the minimum strength shall not be less than 14. But in some states, there is some exceptions for minimum strength. Hence, the statement 1 is incorrect. Article 182 indicates that when the office of chairman or deputy chairman becomes vacant, the council shall choose another member to be chairman or deputy chairman. So, the chairman of the Legislative Council is elected by the council itself from among its members. Hence, statement 2 is also incorrect. So, our answer to this question is option D. Question number 9. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India is a provision made in. Options are Preamble, GPSP, Fundamental Rights, Fundamental Duties. The answer to this question is option D, Fundamental Duties. The fundamental duties are dealt with Article 51A under Part 4A of the Constitution. Article 51A, Clause C states that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. So, our answer to this question is option D. Question number 10. The fundamental objective of Panchayati Raj system is to ensure which among the following? Options are purpose, participation in development, political accountability, democratic decentralization, financial mobilization. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option C. 1 and 3 are correct. That is, purpose, participation in development and democratic decentralization are the objective of Panchayati Raj system. To attain decentralized and participatory local self-government is the fundamental objective of Panchayati Raj. Financial mobilization was never the basis for establishment of Panchayati Raj. Local financial mobilization is the outcome of the establishment of Panchayati Raj, not its objective. In fact, only few states have devolved financial powers to their Panchayati Raj institutions. Political accountability can be ensured in any system which is democratic or rule-based. Moreover, political accountability already existed in the villages by the way of elections to state legislators. Grassroots democracy was established in India not to ensure any political accountability but to ensure citizens' participation in governance leading to democratic decentralization. So, her answer to this question is option C. Number 11. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has been launched for. Options are providing housing loan to poor people, promoting women's self-help groups, promoting financial inclusion in the country, providing financial help to marginalized communities. The answer to this question is option C, promoting financial inclusion in the country. Recently, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, that is the National Mission for Financial Inclusion, completed 8 years of successful implementation. It ensures access to financial services, namely banking or savings deposit accounts, remittance, credit, insurance and pension in an affordable manner. Ensure access to financial products and services at an affordable cost and use of technology to lower cost and widen reach are the objective of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. This has been the foundation stone for people-centric economic initiatives, whether it is direct benefit transfer, COVID-19 financial assistance, PM Kisan, increased wages under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, life and health insurance cover. The first step of all these initiatives is to provide every adult with a bank account, which Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has nearly completed. So, her answer to this question is option C. Number 12. There has been a persistent deficit budget year after year. Which of the following actions can be taken by the government to reduce the deficit? Options are reducing revenue expenditure, introducing new welfare schemes, rationalizing subsidies, expanding industries. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this question is option A. 1 and 3 are correct. That is, reducing revenue expenditure and rationalizing subsidies. Budget deficit is used to define a status of financial health in which expenditure exceeds revenue. Reducing the revenue expenditure will certainly help in bridging the gap. Subsidies are part of expenditure and rationalizing them would reduce the deficit. Introducing a new welfare scheme will most likely result in increasing expenditure and so will expanding industries which would require capital infusion. So, reducing revenue expenditure and rationalizing subsidies can be the actions taken by government to reduce the deficit. So, her answer to this question is option A. Number 13. Which one of the following best describes the main objective of seed village concept? The answer to this question is option B. That is, involving the farmers for training in quality seed production and thereby to make available quality seeds to others at appropriate time and affordable cost. A village wherein trained group of farmers are involved in production of seeds of various crops and cater to the needs of themselves, fellow farmers of the village and farmers of neighboring villages in appropriate time and at an affordable cost is called a seed village. Government of India is implementing seed village program since 2014 to upgrade the quality of farmers' saved seed. So, her answer to this question is option B. Number 14. With reference to inflation in India, which of the following statement is correct? Statements are, controlling the inflation in India is the responsibility of the Government of India only. That is incorrect. The Reserve Bank of India has no role in controlling the inflation. That is incorrect. Decreased money circulation helps in controlling the inflation. That is correct. So, her answer to this question is option C. RBI increases bank rates and SLR etc. to reduce money supply in the market. Then decreased money circulation leads to lesser money in hands of people to spend. Hence, lower demand leads to falling prices and reduced inflation. RBI and government both play a role in controlling the inflation, often termed as inflation targeting by the RBI. Hence, A and B are incorrect. Increased money circulation leads to increased inflation as demand increases. So, her answer to this question will be option C. That is, decreased money circulation helps in controlling the inflation. Number 15. The substitution of steel for wooden plough in agriculture production is an example of. The answer to this question is option B. Capital-augmenting technological progress. Capital-augmenting technological progress result in more productive use of existing capital goods. Substitution of steel can be considered as a substitution of a lesser machine by a better machine. This encourages steel production. Labor-augmenting is a technology that increases skills and productivity of existing labor force. For example, teaching people how to use the computer is an example of Labour-augmenting technology. Capital-augmenting technology increases productivity of existing capital goods. In this case, replacement of wood and by steel increases the productivity of plough. So your answer to this question is option D.
So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next lesson.